Because fine hair is subject to the laws of physics. It can only be floofed so much on its own. So I like to add extensions, but extensions are far from perfect. Number one, when you have fine hair like me, it is very difficult to disguise those clips from the clip-in extensions when you don't have enough hair to cover them up. But second of all, I tend to get very blunt haircuts without a lot of layers because that's just kind of what makes my hair look its fullest on its own. And it takes a whole lot of effort to create the illusion of layers with extensions when you have to mix them with such a blunt haircut. But I think I might have found a better solution. This summer, a company called Uniwigs wrote to me and offered to send me their 12-inch Courtney hair topper with pre-cut layers in the color Vanilla Butter Blonde. The cap has 4 clips, 2 in the front and 2 in the back to easily hold it in place. And I think this has become my new favorite secret weapon when it comes to volume that lasts all day. When I first got the topper, I was really surprised at how transparent the cap was. And I think it's great because it enables you to get a really natural looking part line, almost as if the hairs are growing out of your own scalp. And it's great because that section is wide enough to get any part that I want. So I can make a center part or one to either side. When I originally unpacked it, the hair had some kinks in it and it looked a little flat simply from being stored and shipped in that box. But because the topper is made out of real human hair, you can style it however you want. So luckily the kinks were so easy to get out just by running a hair straightener over it really quickly. And then I just spritzed the roots with a little bit of water and blow dried them to add a little bit of lift. That was quite nice, but I really wanted to make this my own. So I decided to style it with Velcro rollers because I figured that styling the topper the same way that I style my homegrown hair would give it a more uniform look. I ended up being really happy with it and it was super easy to do. When you wear the topper, you could theoretically wear it right at your natural hairline, maybe just kind of bring a couple of the baby hairs forward to give it a more natural look. But I find that I like to wear mine a little bit further back on my head so that you do see some of my homegrown hair in the front. And I have worn the topper just like that. So what I'll do is I'll just match up my natural part line with the part line that I create in the topper. And then sometimes I'll tease the front of my own hair a little bit just to give it a little bit more body, help it to blend a little bit easier. And sometimes I've even gone so far as to add some of this. This is the root touch-up. I have mine in light brown because that's kind of what helps me hide the part a little bit. But what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit to my part and sometimes even a little bit to the part line of the topper and just help to blend the two. But sometimes I'll also do what I did today. I'll want my hair out of my face, but I'll want the hairline to look natural. So I'll put the topper in towards a little bit further towards the back, and then I'll take my homegrown hair and pull it back so I get that really natural hairline and the body. I am really happy with the volume this gives me. First of all, because it is really quick and easy, but second of all, because it really does last all day. I have been wearing this hairstyle since this morning and it is now almost 10 o'clock at night. So this has been my hair all day. I've been going about my business. I left the house, I was running errands, I was working, and it's still intact. It's still comfortable. I feel like I haven't had to refresh it at all. And I'm just very happy with it. Editing Stephanie here, popping in because I forgot to mention something. The length of the topper. These toppers come in several different lengths. This was the shortest one that this particular model comes in, and I do actually think it's a good length for my hair, even though it's currently longer than my hair now. The first reason is because my hair will grow into it. This is pretty much the shortest it gets nowadays. But the second thing is that depending on how little I curl my hair and how much I curl that topper can shorten up quite a bit. So I am learning to find that balance. I'm still very new to this topper. I'm still playing around with it a lot, but I do feel like the more I do it, the easier it's getting and the better it's looking.